Hi.
We keep having to restart because Callie keeps trying to burp, even though they can't.
Well, I'm not telling you have to restart the recording.
I can't start off with you burping.
It's not going to be
failing
a burp.
to burp.
It's going to be a weird gurgling sound.
Yeah,
in my throat.
I'm Emma.
I'm Callie.
And today we're talking about pies. This is a really...
Pies. Happy early Pie Day.
Happy Pie Day. I really love Pie Day. And we're recording on Mario Day. Did you know that?
It's Oh, it is Mario Day.
Because it's March 10th. Mario.
Yeah.
I love, like, innocuous.
Insert a clip of...
I will.
Mamma mia.
Yahoo!
Mamma mia.
It's me.
It's
Mario. Thank you so much for playing my game. That's my favorite. That was my favorite part of Super Mario 64.
I've never played that game, but my favorite Mario line is you saying that line. Thank you so much for playing my game. I just love watching videos of like the actual voice actor.
Oh my god, he's crazy.
Because he's just like a white guy.
I know.
You know? And he just like, the voice just like emanates from him.
Yeah. Well, have you heard the story of like how he got the role of Mario?
Yeah.
He like showed up. They were doing auditions. He was like the last person there,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Can you just like you're a plumber, whatever. You're going to save."
And
he was like, "Oh, okay. I gotta jump over here." And he like started doing all these voices, and they were like, "All right, you're in." Like that's
so
it.
like being Italian was not part of it.
I don't think so.
He was just like Italian plumber. Hell yeah.
Maybe his name was Mario, and then the guy was like,
Yeah.
"I'll make him Italian." Oh my god, I think it's so silly.
Yeah.
Anyway, how do you feel about pie as a whole? I don't want to know your favorite, because we're going to do a bracket game.
Okay.
And it's going to be your choice.
Fair enough.
Although it's only sweet pies.
That's
I thought it
fine
would be
with me.
unfair to put sweet and savory in the same bracket.
I agree. Yeah, it's like
they're different ball
It's
games.
a totally different category. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet pies are one. It's like, yeah, I agree.
Thank
I
you.
agree.
I've slaved over this. I thought a lot about it.
I love a sweet thing. You know,
Yeah.
I have a sweet tooth.
See, I don't.
I've
I'm
had
the
a couple
opposite.
savory pies, but like, whatever. I haven't even had that many sweet pies.
Yeah.
But the ones I've had, I've liked.
I mean, but a lot of savory pies have meat in them, so like it makes sense.
Yeah,
that
it wouldn't
you
really be
eat-
fair because I don't eat meat. Like,
And it's like
I
the
think
same
I've had
thing.
shepherd's pie before, but that was like a long time ago.
Yeah.
That was like when I used to eat meat.
And if they
like,
just have like the same
I'm just not
vegetables
as passionate
in
about
it's-
it, and a lot of them are kind of the same.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Unless
so
you
many
have like
more,
meat, because then you have like different savory like flavorings
Yeah,
and
yeah,
different. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I love a savory pie.
Yeah.
though.
I think I
I'm
used to
obsessed.
not like pies. Kind of like,
Interesting.
I don't really like fruit baked in things.
Yeah, I don't
like
either.
pastries and stuff.
I'm not a
So-
huge fan. I don't like warm fruit, and I know that's like
Yeah.
I know that's controversial for some people. I just like there's something about how slimy it gets that I don't enjoy.
And it like changes the flavor, and then it like is falling apart,
Mhm.
and it's like I don't know what this fruit is anymore.
I have like texture issues too, so it
Yeah,
makes
like
sense,
I never
but-
really liked blueberry muffins or like raisins and anything.
Yeah.
I just don't really like raisins anyway. But
It just can be
I think
so
hot
jarring.
Fruit is like not my favorite thing, but I've
Mhm.
kind of come around. You know, I'm
I'll
expanding my
eat
palate
some
a little
things,
bit.
yeah, but
There's a few pies that I consistently have liked and like
Okay.
haven't really ever disliked. I won't tell you what they are.
I
Do
hope
not
they're
spoil
in
me.
the bracket because
Okay. I mean, I think they're pretty classic.
I think I've hit all the main ones.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
I mean, there's
sure.
one pie my mom makes that I
Well-
don't think is in there because there's no fruit in there.
Okay.
Do you
Well,
know
I
what
just
it
said
is?
sweet pie. I'm
Okay.
gonna say that it had to be fruit.
Okay. I don't know how common of a pie it is, though.
I guess we'll see.
I won't say anything. I don't want to
Okay.
spoil the bracket at all.
Okay.
Regardless of whether or not it's in there.
It's interesting that you would go for a sweet pie because I would
Mhm.
automatically go for a savory pie.
Really?
Yeah, a
Oh, I
100%
guess we
of
just
the
talked
time.
about it. Yeah, you don't like.
But like
fruit.
I don't really like sweet things either. Like
Yeah, my mom makes a really good tomato pie. I don't know if you like
Interesting.
tomatoes.
I don't.
Yeah, I
Just
don't really like
sad.
them either. But what I do like is the crust.
See, that actually brings me to one of my
The crust and the cheese.
things I was excited
It's literally
about.
like, it's kind of like a weird calzone.
It's a
I
Chicago
guess.
style pizza.
Yeah.
Because that is listed under savory pies. It's just...
That's crazy, yeah.
It's just tomatoes and cheese with a crust.
Yeah, it's basically that. It's like, it's not tomato sauce. It's like sliced tomatoes, then you bake it. It's like...
And then they
really
like
good.
liquefy a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of like ratatouille.
Yeah, but literally it's pizza. It smells like pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just Chicago-style pizza, basically.
Yeah.
I love that that's listed under pies. Yeah. Because I've had Chicago-style pizza once, and I was like, this is not pizza. I'm from New Jersey. We know pizza. Yeah. I know pizza. My hometown has 12 pizza places, and it's only 2 square miles big. So yeah, I know good pizza, and that is not pizza. It is a pie. I would give it that. I would say Chicago-style pizza is a pie.
Not pizza.
It's not pizza.
Yeah. Question, is a quiche a pie?
Technically, yes.
I love a good quiche.
I don't think I've ever had a quiche.
Really?
I'm not a big egg person.
Yeah, it's mostly eggs.
So I've never had an omelet.
Thick omelet. Yeah. So you probably wouldn't like it, but they're good. Like a broccoli and feta quiche. Oh my god.
Because on the Wikipedia page it says, like, it's listing all these kinds of pies, and it said savory pies may be filled with eggs and cheese, such as quiches or British flans.
Whoa.
So
my mom makes a really good spinach pie, actually.
Ooh.
It's good. It's like spinach
and cheese. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I love a good pie with like potatoes in it. Like I love when there's like potatoes that are like half mashed potatoes and half like little chunks of potatoes, but not like when they're so perfectly cooked. Anyway, I love it. I love savory pies.
Yeah. I
love them. Like I had a hand pie in Ireland that like changed my life. Yeah. I think.
I just haven't really had a lot of savory pies. Yeah. I mean, if I was in Ireland and I had the opportunity to try like
they had all sorts of veggies.
Pie or like pasty or something.
They had like onion pies. Oh, Irish pasties. Oh, they're so good. I would pay so much money for one right now. Yeah. But alas. Alack. Anyway, okay, before we get
emojis.
Yeah, before we get to the bracket, which I'm very excited about.
The pie bracket.
We got to look at these pies and do another kind of bracket of sorts.
Yeah.
Which have you checked out these emojis?
I've scrolled through them briefly. I'll read the description of the emoji.
Yeah.
Pie. A baked dish with a pastry crust filled with sweet or savory ingredients. Appearance widely varies by platform. Apple depicts a whole pie in a tin, its crimped crust scored to let out steam. WhatsApp and Twitter's design depict a slice of cherry pie. I don't know if you can make that claim. It could be any kind of red fruit.
But, like, it's pretty round.
Could be cranberries. I don't know if you make a cranberry pie.
Cranberries.
And, like, Twitter's could be anything. It could be strawberries, raspberries, cherries, anything red.
That's true. Oh, I did hear that, so they added a new version of emojis. All the way at the bottom, there's Serenity OS, which I guess the creators have been rallying for getting this on Emojipedia. And it's finally here.
Wow.
And they're like pixels. They're like pure pixels.
That's beautiful.
I'm really excited.
Oh my god, I'm so excited to see all that.
I love pixels. I love really like 8-bit stuff. Yeah.
I love pixel art. I wish I could do it. It's really hard to do.
It is. I used to do it on Minecraft a lot.
Yeah.
And then my neighbor across the hall, who became my roommate, Melanie.
Whoa. Yes.
She, whenever like we had time or like if I was sad or whatever, she would like plant herself in my room because I had a dingle my freshman year because because my roommate hated me and stormed out of the room one night. And she said I couldn't brush my hair in the room.
Did she like never come back?
No, she never came back.
She just left? What about all her stuff?
She like slowly like moved all her stuff out, but she didn't tell me she was leaving until all of her stuff was gone. And then she was like, she went to our like housing advisor and was like, tell Emma that I'm leaving and I'm never coming back.
Did she leave our school or?
Oh yeah, well she moved to a different dorm and then she transferred schools because she hated it there.
Cool.
You know.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people who just have that much like hate in their heart for like just genuinely they just hate where they are. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not a matter of your roommate, it's not a matter of what dorm you're in. It's you just hate the college that you picked. And that's okay. It's okay to realize that.
I like to think that I'm a very tolerant person, but like I wasn't allowed to.
I think you're a very easy person to live with. You are like the easiest person to live with ever. You like keep to yourself. You like are considerate and kind and like
I'm a pretty quiet person and I'm proud of myself for that. But she was like, you can't open the door in the morning. Like what am I supposed to do?
Climb out the window?
So
like, what?
Anyway, tangent, but the girl across the hall who became one of my best friends in the world, best person I've ever met.
Shout out to you, Melanie.
Shout out, Melanie. I love you. I love you. She would come whenever I was like sad or if we had time, and she would bring like graph paper, and she'd put on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and we'd sit and we'd do like pixel art. And I would just make like, you know, the Animal Crossing leaf because it's like 2 colors, but she would do like it's somewhere. Leaf somewhere. It used to be on my board.
Yeah. I remember seeing that.
Yeah. So we made that watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine freshman year. But she would make like Bowser from Mario, and it would be like the most gorgeous, like,
just like
shaded.
From memory.
Like she would pull up a picture of like 3D rendered Bowser and then like make it in pixel art.
Oh my god.
She's like insane. She's so cool. Anyway,
Damn.
So I'm a big pixel art.
Yeah.
All that to say.
Yeah.
You ever make cool. Nyan Cat in Minecraft?
No.
Okay.
No. I used to make pixel art in Minecraft also, but I used to just make things that were in Minecraft. So
that's
kind
cool,
of cheating,
though.
But like it was fun. Like I made a grass block thing. Yeah. And
that's
I had to
really
like figure
fun.
out like, oh, what for this pixel color, like what block can I use? It was kind of fun. It was like,
that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then you could make like a gigantic, like you could make like a huge version of a Minecraft world and then pretend you're like an ant.
Yeah. I didn't go that far, but it was in Minecraft Pocket Edition, so it was like, it took me forever, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I gotta say right off the bat, I really like when they have the little steam coming up off of them.
Oh, I agree. I think if you're gonna make a pie emoji, why wouldn't you want that? That's like the pie symbolism,
Yeah.
you know, like in cartoons and stuff. It's
they
like,
catch a whiff and then
they
they're
catch
like
a whiff
following.
and it's like a pie on the windowsill out to cool.
Oh man,
it's like that is the pie. Okay, toss face, that's a pizza.
That is a pizza.
You didn't even try. I'm sorry, you did not even try.
I don't like the spots on it. If it didn't have spots like that, it might have been a pie, you know, but that's a pizza.
Yeah. Like if you'd done like a lattice or like
I love
lines
a
instead of dots.
Yeah.
Because like now it just looks like someone really skimped on the pepperoni.
Yeah. Looks like a really sad pizza.
Boring.
I love Joy Pixel's lattice, and I love the little lines coming up. That's good.
Yeah.
I think I really, really like Samsung's. I like Samsung's a lot.
Oh,
and
that's
I like
really nice.
Google color emoji.
Yeah, to me, Google Nodal color emoji, like, it looks like it's a candle flame. Like it's a little too like solid. I like when it's a little more steamy. Mm-hmm. Like I like apples, but it's like I want to see more steam.
Yeah, I do wish it was like more obvious because I don't even think I noticed there was steam until I was looking at this bigger version. You know?
Yeah.
And I think with emojis, you have to assume that it's going to be seen on such a small scale that like if you're going to put in details
on your phone, it's going to be like 2 pixels of steam.
Yeah,
you know, it's almost negligible.
Yeah. I like it sometimes as like a little Easter egg. Like you finally look at the Apple emojis bigger and it's like, oh my god, there's steam, or like look at the words on this. But
I do really like Facebook's. I just wish if it had steam, it would be perfect. It would be perfect.
Yeah, that's a great pie. Look at the tin. Look at the crimp.
Huawei's is really good though.
Huawei is really good.
That lattice. I do really like Telegram. Obviously, it's just an animated version of the Apple one. But it's great. They're like making the pie.
Yeah.
And it's so fun.
I do love that you can see the filling, you know?
Yeah.
Because like in all these emojis that aren't like cross sections, you can't see the filling. But in this, like you can tell that like Apple's is an apple pie or like some kind of red.
Yeah.
I guess it would make sense if it was an apple pie, but
yeah. No, I think my favorite one is Joy Pixels. I just love the lattice.
Yeah.
I wish you could see the filling a little bit more. Like it almost looks like a basket.
Yeah.
But I love the little.
But I love it.
The little steam. I think it's great all around. Great. I also love Skypes.
I really like Skypes too.
That one, okay, maybe that one's my favorite. It's just like sometimes I feel weird picking an animated one because I feel like it's not like.
But it's like it's such a subtle animation.
Like the version of it. And like if it was still, that would be the best one.
Yeah. I'm really sad that Microsoft Teams 3D animated is just kind of a pie. Or is mine not moving? What? It's like not even animated.
What? Yeah, it's not. What?
It's just a pie.
Did they not animate it? What is going on?
But yeah, I do like Skypes a lot. I kind of wish that the Skype like Steam was gray instead of brown.
I like the brown.
Okay. Just makes me think of like stink lines. Something stinky.
It looks warm.
It does look warm. All right. Incredible. Are you ready to rumble?
I'm ready to rumble.
Okay. Are you
going to also participate? Or
I think
is this just me.
I'm going to give my opinions.
Give your commentary.
What I would have done or like what I wouldn't have done.
Okay.
But
maybe we'll totally agree. Who knows?
Yeah, but this is up to you. I don't think we will.
I'm burping.
I feel like we have very different tastes and things. Okay. I shuffled the seeds. I have 16 pies here.
16 pies. There is no way I've eaten 16
and there's going to be one winner.
Pies.
But so you can imagine it.
For a lot of these. You know, I've had key lime pie flavored yogurt before, so if that's on there, I can kind of, whatever.
I mean, like right off the bat,
flavors I like. I'll figure it out.
I know what my final
is a cheesecake a pie?
No, I didn't put cheesecake on here because I feel like that's unfair too.
Yeah, it is. It's called like a different. Cake. It's like a weird, not cake. It's like a flan. Yeah, like I could see it being considered a pie because it has like a crust. But for all intents and purposes, I didn't include it here. That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
I was just wondering.
Seed 1: strawberry versus sweet potato.
Sweet potato? Oh, like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh, strawberry versus sweet potato. Oh, I feel bad. I love sweet potatoes, but I feel like I just love strawberries. Like, I haven't had strawberry pie, but like strawberry shortcake.
Yeah. With
a biscuit and like whipped cream on top. That goes so hard. I'm going strawberry.
Interesting.
Sorry, sweet potato.
Yeah, I think I would have done sweet potato.
So I just love strawberries. I have strawberries in the fridge that I'm gonna eat tonight too. I'm like,
that's exciting.
I love strawberries. Probably my favorite fruit, actually.
Me too.
Yeah.
They're one of the only fruits that doesn't hurt me.
Yeah.
With allergies.
Yeah.
So
I think also like, even though yes, sweet potato is sweet, I almost like consider it like the pie itself is not savory, but it's like
interesting. But have you had it with like whipped cream and like
no.
Oh my god, it's so good. That was one of the first pies I ever had.
Wow.
I think it was my Aunt Mary's sweet
and
potato pie.
I really love a flaky crust.
I do
sweet
too.
Sweet potato pie doesn't.
Sometimes it does.
Really? I feel like the ones I've had.
You haven't had good ones. I'll make you a good pie.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa.
Seed 2: Boston cream versus lemon meringue.
Haven't had a Boston cream pie, but I've had a Boston cream donut.
Yeah. Same flavor.
Honestly, not a huge fan of custard.
Okay.
I feel like I love like a lemon dessert. Graham cracker crust, I'm assuming. Lemon meringue.
Yeah.
Moving on. Is that what you would have done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really like cream. Like I don't like thick cream.
And it's like, is that the whole pie? Is just like custard and cream?
I think so. I've never had a Boston cream, but
that's a little too much.
Okay, number 3: apple versus banana cream pie.
Apple.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Even with like the hot fruit?
Yeah, I love apple pie. That was one of the first pies I ever had and liked. Ever had an apple crisp?
No.
That's like mainly like the filling. It's kind of just like the filling of it from an apple pie.
That's
like
my least favorite part of an apple pie.
Oh, it's so good.
I don't like apple pie.
Ice cream? Oh my god. Apple pie is like the pie, I feel like.
I know, but I think that's annoying. I think we should change it.
I like it.
Pecan versus key lime. This is a really hard.
I've never had a pecan pie.
Really? I love pecan.
I did just have like a whole bag of candy pecans.
It's probably a lot like that.
And key lime yogurt is pretty good.
Yeah, this matchup is really rough to be in the first round.
Yeah. I feel like I'm thinking about like the sugar and no, like the brown sugar probably that's in like the pecan. It's like
it's so good.
Key lime pie is like cold, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of cold pies.
Really? So you don't like warm fruit, but you don't like cold pies?
Yeah, that's just wrong. It's wrong.
It's not wrong.
It doesn't feel right. I think I gotta go pecan pie.
Okay. I think I would pick that too.
Yeah.
I had a pecan pie for the first time watching Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit all the way through with Melanie.
Damn. All 3 Hobbits?
All 3 Hobbits and all of the Lord of the Rings. All extended editions.
What was that, like 18 hours?
It was a very, very long. I think it was over 24 hours. Like, it was a very long couple days that we had. But,
wow. Yeah,
we ate a whole pecan pie and it was amazing.
Wow. How do you say pecan?
I say pecan.
I say pecan, I think. Sometimes I say pecan.
Yeah, sometimes I say pecan. It sneaks out, but
usually I'll say like whatever other people say. Like it's the same with aunt versus aunt. Like I call all my aunts.
Yeah, you
aunt.
say aunt.
But if someone's like, "Oh, my Aunt Mary's coming over," I'll be like, "Oh, like how is Aunt Mary?" Like I'm not gonna say how is Aunt Mary. Like, well, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
How is your Aunt Mary?
She's great, actually. I saw her last weekend.
Do you have an Aunt Mary?
Yeah, I mentioned her before. She made the pie that I made.
I
ate.
Did not remember that.
That's okay. It's subliminal.
Okay.
Okay.
But all my aunts are aunts. Or
I think I know which one you're gonna pick.
Okay.
Coconut.
You don't know me. You don't know me.
I do.
Okay. Well, you said the first word, and I think you're right.
Coconut cream versus peanut butter chocolate.
Peanut butter chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't like coconut.
I love coconut cream pie though. That's the only cream pie.
I'm
really
okay with coconut flavor, but like I don't know. It just tastes like sunscreen, which like yes, sunscreen is like scented to be like, and like shredded shaved coconut dried.
I love it.
It's like eating like.
I love it when it's shredded right, you know?
No, because it's like...
The coconut chips I have right now are kind of too big. I like it when it's very thin and very like...
But like, you like that texture?
Yeah. Isn't that surprising?
It's such a weird texture. And it doesn't taste good.
I love the taste of coconut.
It tastes like... I don't even know. Like
it kind of tastes like...
not wood chips. Not wood chips, but like... I don't know. It's like that's the... And then it like... You know,
sure.
In your mouth. I don't like it.
That's fair. Like it. I love it.
Coconut cream. Get out.
Okay.
Peanut butter chocolate flavor. Great when supper, but when they combine, they make the morning time epic.
Rhubarb or blueberry?
Oh, I've never had rhubarb pie, but I've heard it's really good. Oh, but blueberry pie is classic too. What does rhubarb pie taste like? Because I feel like I don't even know what to like go off of. Because rhubarb is bitter.
Apparently it tastes very much like a sour green apple.
Oh, that sounds really good. But I feel like it's unfair for me to, like, vote it forward when I just really have nothing to go off of.
But, like, you can imagine.
But what if it's just wrong?
Then...
Like, blueberry pie, I, like, kind of know. I don't like it that much. I don't really like cooked blueberries.
Then I think you have your answer. Yeah.
It's a more fun color. I think.
Yeah, that like bright pink.
Yeah.
Okay, this one could be an upset.
Uh-oh.
Pumpkin versus peach.
Oh my god, that's evil.
I know. It was randomized. This wasn't me.
That is so evil. Oh my god. Because I love like peach things. How do I pick?
If you had both in front of you right now and you could take a bite of one of them, which one would you go for?
I'm just such a big fan of like flaky crusts, man.
But who says all of these can't have a flaky crust?
But it's like, I don't picture a pumpkin pie with a flaky crust.
You haven't eaten the right pumpkin pies.
A little lattice on the top?
Well, no.
Nah, man.
But the crust on the bottom.
Oh, it's not flaky when it's on the bottom.
Yeah, it is. It can be.
I don't know. Oh, I'm just thinking about peach with whipped cream and ice cream. It's all about the toppings. It's all about what goes with it. I think I have to go peach. Wow. People are going to be angry at me because pumpkin pie is so classic.
Pumpkin would have won the whole bracket for me.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
It would have gone a lot further if it hadn't been peach.
I don't know.
Peach pie is so good.
Okay.
I love peaches.
This last one in the first round.
You ever had a nectarine?
Yeah.
That might be my favorite fruit, actually.
Interesting.
I love
I'm
nectarine. Allergic. Okay. Who asked?
You did. You said, have you ever had one?
Yeah.
Okay, the last one in this round. Cherry versus jam tart. Jam tart is like a bunch of fruits mixed together, you know? But it's jam.
Cherry?
Or cherry pie.
Cherry.
Okay.
I don't even like cherries that much.
Really?
Yeah. Never had a cherry pie.
I was forced to have a piece of cherry pie with an old guy I didn't know at the diner.
Are you allergic to cherries too?
Yeah. But we had to order a piece of pie, and that was the only one that I thought I could stomach. And I got through it, but it was slow going.
Damn.
For a long time.
When fruit is cooked, are you not allergic to it anymore?
It depends on the fruit.
Cool.
Cooked peaches, peach, I'm always allergic to, but I think that's because they're like birch, like very birch adjacent, and I have a birch allergy.
Yeah. Like
peaches are in the birch family, but cherries are like related to the birch family. You know? Okay. It's like a third cousin. Okay. Twice removed.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Second round, strawberry versus lemon meringue.
Strawberry.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love strawberries.
Apple versus pecan pie.
Apple.
Yeah.
I love that. That's probably gonna win the whole thing. And apple pie is just so good.
Peanut butter chocolate versus rhubarb.
Peanut butter chocolate.
Yeah, I figured that was.
Yeah. I've never had a peanut butter chocolate. Actually, no, I have. I think I've had a peanut butter pie. But my mom makes a s'mores pie. That's good.
I almost put that in, but I felt like that could have been.
I don't even know if it would go all the way up for me because it's not really a pie to me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's not really a pie.
It's not really a pie. It's called a pie because it's you use a graham cracker crust, but that's about it.
Okay, peach versus cherry.
Peach.
Yeah. Okay. So now it's gonna get hard.
Rough.
Strawberry versus apple.
Oh my god, maybe strawberry's gonna win the whole thing. This is so difficult. Oh, because strawberry has the tartness factor, it's a little tart. Apple pie's a little it's a little just kind of,
it can be very sweet,
but the same
yeah.
Oh my god, strawberry.
Interesting.
That's crazy. I can't believe
big upset in this tournament here.
I just did that. I've never even had strawberry pie. I've had strawberry shortcake. But it's got to be the same thing.
Yeah, I would assume.
It's got to, not the same thing, but it's got to,
Yeah. Peanut butter chocolate versus peach.
Peach.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel again, same to the s'mores, peanut butter chocolate. I feel a pie, the essence of a pie, it's gotta have some fruit, gotta have that tart, sweet.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so last matchup, strawberry versus peach. This is crazy.
I feel a peach pie is normally a peach cobbler.
Yeah, kind of, except covered.
What's the difference between a cobbler and a pie?
A cobbler is uncovered. Hang on, I was just reading about this. I have a lot of pages open right now.
Yeah.
Pies are made from pastry rather than biscuit batter.
Biscuit batter.
Cobbler's made with biscuit batter. Strawberry versus peach, who wins?
I think strawberry's gonna win.
Okay. And we have our winner, folks. Strawberry Pie.
Hell yeah.
By Andrew Montana. Everybody goes.
Yeah.
I feel we gotta get strawberry rhurbarb pie.
Whoa.
Have you ever had any of that? Because I've never had it, but I feel I
What if I try it and I hate it? And I've made it and I've given it the crown.
We'll come back. We'll do this again.
With what emoji, Emma? With what emoji?
We'll issue a little mini episode that's a an edit.
So much pressure. So you think pumpkin pie would have won?
Oh yeah, I love.
Well, what's the number 2? I want to know
probably sweet potato.
Really?
I mean, they're so similar that it's kind of unfair to put them up against each other. But
yeah,
maybe that or key lime pie or pecan pie. I don't know.
See, a lot of it you have memories attached with those kinds of pies.
Yeah.
So it's a little more of a stake in it. I'm just going based on vibe and I like strawberries. I like strawberry shortcake.
Yeah. But I love pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
I love the way I eat it, the way I eat a lot of things, is enough that people will watch me eat it. Mm-hmm. People have watched me eat bagels my whole life because I like to peel them.
Yeah, you peel them.
I like to peel the skin off of them. And if your bagel isn't good enough to have the skin peel off in one nice piece,
if
then
you don't
it's
know
not a good bagel.
What we're talking about, and you're bagels don't have skin. You've never had a bagel.
If you've never peeled a bagel and felt the warm inside welcoming you, then you've never had a bagel.
You've never had a bagel. You've had bread.
You've had bread that's like not even that good.
You've
chewy
had
bread.
Bread in a circle shape.
Yeah. If your bagels have holes, that's embarrassing.
Yeah. Why aren't they plump?
Your bagels' holes should be filled, pretty much.
Yeah. They should be puckered closed.
Yeah. But the way I eat pumpkin pie is I like scrape it off the bottom. I try to keep the crust all in like one piece.
Then you eat the crust
and then at the end I get to like eat the crust as like a little snack. But the crust is my favorite part of every pie.
The crust is like the best part of a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah. I love pie crust.
Yeah.
I used to, when we were in school, they would have like little pies, and people would like eat the filling of the pies and then give me the crusts, and I would just eat the crusts, and it was great because I didn't have to touch like wet cherries.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Like I love pizza crust too.
Yeah, I do like a pizza
crust. The crust of things is so good, and like yes, I know it's just because I like pastry and dough and bread.
But that's good. Every culture has made bread. Like, it's a staple, you know?
Yeah.
Now, okay, the word pie.
Yeah, I was reading about this.
Could have come from potatoes covered with earth as like a word for like a heap of stuff. So then pie was just like a bunch of stuff. But it also could have come from magpies.
Yeah, which I think is real fun.
Yeah. Apparently Charles Perry wrote about odds and ends that magpies would use to make nests, and then also what people would put in pies. And this list includes beef suet, capons, hen, both mallard and teal ducks, rabbits, woodcocks, and large birds such as herons and storks, plus beef marrow, hard-cooked egg yolks, dates, raisins, and prunes. That's a crazy pie.
Is that all in one pie?
I think that's a pie.
One recipe for great pies. From 1450.
Yeah. It's odds and ends. It's everything in the pie. It's probably because they just like
threw everything together. It's like how they made soup.
Yeah.
They just threw everything in there.
Like they didn't want to waste any food. So they were like, oh, we have a little bit of heron left. We have a little bit of duck left. Like, let's just put it all into a pie and then we can feed more people.
Bake it into delicious crust.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad nowadays that we have so many different kinds of pie.
Yeah.
Pies have a very long history. Have you seen the paintings of, like, Peter Clay's paintings of pies?
Well, I'm looking at a detail of it now.
Peter Clay's is one of the coolest artists for, like, still lifes.
Was that what that painting in an art museum was?
Yeah.
I love that painting.
I had to do an essay on it, and I had to sit there and stare for, like, hours at that painting.
And it's a self-portrait, kind of.
Yeah, kind of. Because he's, like, in the little glass.
In the, like, his reflection is in the, like, on the...
Yeah. On the pewter, like, teapot or whatever. Yeah.
You can see him. It's really cool.
But
yeah, we used that as kind of a prompt for one of my painting classes. It was like, it was like a self-portrait assignment, but, like, of you in the reflection of something really unconventional. Cool.
I mean, I love when paintings do that. Like the Las Meninas painting by Velázquez, I want to say, is insane. It's like, it's for those of you who haven't seen it, it's this painting of like a little girl and she's being dressed up, and a Menina is like the king's daughter or whatever, like some important person to the king. So then there's a doorway in the back, and then off to the left there's like this big board. And if you're looking at it, you realize, like, oh, that's the easel that Velázquez is painting on. Yeah. And that guy painting is him. And then in the back, there's the door. And then there's a mirror next to the door that's reflecting the king and the queen. So you're in the position of the king and the queen.
Wow.
And Velázquez is painting you, but he's also painting this painting. And the painting is ginormous. I saw it when I was in Spain. And the door actually looks like if you stand in the back of the room where it is, it looks 3D. Like, it looks like you're gonna walk through the door. It was insane. Like, that's pictures of it don't do it justice. It's one of my favorites now. It's so cool. But cool. I love when, like, paintings have, like, self-portraiture in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at a picture of it in gallery with everyone standing around.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
You should put that picture on the Instagram, because that's cool.
I will. It's enormous. That was the first painting that my dad was like, oh, I can see why you were so excited to come here. Because I was like, we have to see Las Meninas, we have to see all the Goya, we have to see This one by Botticelli or whatever.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really, really neat.
Damn.
But anyway, Peter Klaisch does a lot of really cool pie paintings. And his still lifes look like more real than reality, you know?
Yeah.
Everything just looks so like shiny.
But not in like a hype. It's not hyper realism.
It's not hyper realism.
It doesn't look like a photo. It just looks like real.
Yeah. But it doesn't it's so hard to explain. Yeah. It doesn't look
really
real,
cool.
But it looks very polished and like, I don't know. I think he's really, really impressive. And then there's also a great picture on the Wikipedia page of a cheese pie slice.
A cheese pie? What is a cheese pie?
Towards the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Huh. It looks like a cheesecake.
Yeah, it does.
Do you think that it's a cheesecake and they're calling it a cheese pie?
No, I think it's a cheese pie.
What is a cheese pie?
Probably a pie that's cheese.
Inconclusive.
Okay.
What do you know about pie?
The number?
Of course. What other kind of pie is there?
I don't know much. Oh, wait. Before we move on to the number, do you want to see the most crazy pie I've ever seen?
Yeah.
This is... This is called a stargazy pie. You're not ready for this.
Okay.
I'm actually really intrigued. Those are a bunch of fish heads poking out, yes.
With cilantro in their mouths?
Yeah, some kind of herb.
Stargazy. That's quite horrible.
Isn't that crazy? Ready to serve.
Ready to serve.
It's Cornish, so
yeah.
Don't worry. And apparently it comes from a poem in Old English. Stargazy pie. Anyway, and also there's an American Pie Council. Just thought you should know that.
That's cool.
As American as apple pie, they say.
Yeah.
Even
pie
though apple pie was not invented. Pie is the food of the heroic. Yeah. No pie-eating people can ever be permanently vanquished. Which is like an insane thing to say.
It's like, we eat pie, we will never die.
We're civilized. We eat pie. That's like... Are you kidding?
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. And then also there's pieing, which is throwing pies at people.
Yeah.
Which I have done quite a bit.
Yeah.
We used to have an event at school where you could pay $1 to pie one teacher.
Yeah, I think there was some kind of fundraiser where the reward, it was like in high school, it was like competition between all the classes, and it was like whoever raises the most money gets a pie. One person from that class gets the pie principal.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know if it ever happened.
You know the part in Parks and Rec where a pie gets thrown at Leslie Knope, and then and then Jerry and Andy are just like
trying to recreating it,
and Andy's just like pushing pie into Jerry's face.
He's like,
it's not the right angle. I gotta do it again. Poor Jerry soon. I love that. Anyway, that's all I have about the food, the pie.
Yeah. So pie, not to be confused with pi, as Wikipedia says.
Oh, good.
Is a really cool mathematical constant that's the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter, approximately equal to 3.14159.
Okay, I just don't get how we figured this out.
I was also trying to figure this, I don't know. Short answer, I don't know. I found some fun facts about pi, the number.
Okay.
Isaac Newton calculated pi to 16 decimal places, obviously before computers were invented. And then the next guy, Thomas Lagney, calculated 127 decimal places of pi, reaching a new record. They were just calculating digits. I guess they were dividing. Were they just doing long division?
I think
a bunch
so.
Of times.
Well, because it's they must have figured out every circle, if you multiply it by if you multiply the length from the middle to the end by 3 and some change, then you'll always get the same ratio, right? Which makes sense. But then they must have been oh, okay, let's figure out how far this number goes. Because if it was 3.15 and that's it, then it's oh, obviously we have the 2 decimal places. But then it just kept going and going and going and going. Because it's irrational.
Yeah, I found an interesting fact. In ancient times, mathematicians used a unique method to calculate pi. They would add more and more sides to a polygon and then calculate the area so that the area of the polygon approached the area of a circle. So Archimedes, which is a famous Greek mathematician and inventor, he used a polygon with 96 sides to calculate pi. I don't know why this was the best way to calculate it. Maybe, I guess long division just like wasn't the thing that they did.
Yeah.
Which, whatever. In China, a mathematician used over 3,000 sides in a polygon to arrive at the value 3.14159.
Like, they had to
They needed
that.
3,000 sides of a polygon. I don't know if they needed to draw it out, because there are formulas for, like, calculating area based on number of sides and, like, there's some kind of formula.
You'd have to be really smart to do that.
Yeah, but the fact that you were like, okay, I'm going to make a shape with 3,000 sides, and you only get, like, 5 decimal places. What? Yeah. And then another guy used 25,000 sides. Doesn't say when or where he was. Even today, people are calculating more digits of pi in a never-ending competition. Because pi is an irrational number. It never ends. Mm-hmm. It never repeats. Mm-hmm. Maybe it does eventually. We don't know that.
I mean, like, theoretically, it could reach a point where it starts repeating. Like, it would be 3, 1, 4, 1, 5. But then, like, one digit would be different. Yeah. And then it does it again, but another different digit is different. And out of infinite digits, that's, like, infinite numbers of times for it to repeat, but be slightly different. Like, it's insane. You know how people say, like, your entire life story is found within pi?
I don't believe that. No.
I believe it because it's irrational numbers, but you have to, like, it's with a lot of, like, transmutation. Like, it's not... Yeah. You have to take all the numbers and be like, okay, we're going to, like, divide them into these groups, and, like, this is going to be the letters, and eventually the letters would line up and say, like, Emma was born February, whatever. Like,
I think, I don't know, maybe, I'm not a mathematician, so maybe that's incorrect. I think infinity is, there's different kinds of infinity, there's different sizes of infinity. There's infinite, there's infinite numbers in between 1 and 2.
That's true.
None of them are 3. Like... Sure. Infinite doesn't mean infinite information, infinite possibilities. So that also makes me... I don't know, maybe I'm just, like, petty. But when people are like, oh, like, if there's infinite alternate universes, like, there's one in which I did this and, like, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no. It pisses me off. I'm like, no.
See, I can get that, because it's like, well, but you're in this universe. Like, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I just think...
I like the idea that pi has everything in it. I like the idea that pi is an answer.
It's a cool number, but it's also, it's a number. I don't, like, it kind of, I don't know. It's like that thought experiment. It's not even a thought experiment. Just like, oh, put it, like, an infinite monkeys in a room with typewriters for an infinite amount of time. Eventually you're going to start writing Shakespeare. Like, no.
I don't believe that either. Yeah. No.
Anyway. Okay, so... back to the never-ending competition of calculating digits of pi. In 2010, a Japanese engineer and an American computer wizard, okay, this is a weird website. It's piday.org, so.
Piday.org.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They broke the record for the most number of pi digits, calculating. They calculated up to 5 trillion digits of pi. I don't even know how that's possible, because they didn't use any computers.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, sorry. Any supercomputers. They used desktop computers, 20 external hard disks, and their brilliant minds. What?
Which, like, these weren't calculators. Like, when they say computers, they mean, like, the most basic, like, just lines of code that you have to tell what to do, basically, with these numbers. Like, it's not like you just type in, like, 7/2 and, like, wait for it to come out.
And then, like... in the past, this guy, Ludolf van Keulen, spent most of his life calculating the first 36 digits.
Jeez, man. What? That's so sad, actually. Can you imagine? If I had a time machine 36. And I could bring one person to the...
I would tell him the 37th.
No, I would bring him here and be like, look how many digits of pi we know now. And he'd be like, well, maybe I'll go do something else with my life. Like, go skiing or something.
Yeah. I feel like so sad. Digits of pi, it kind of, some people are really obsessed with it. Mm-hmm. I think it's really cool to, like, be calculating it. It's like this crazy number for like such a simple ratio, basically. But like, it is a number. We do not need 5 trillion digits of pi for it to be a useful ratio. That's crazy to me. Physicists, like engineers, they approximate it to 3. Their pi is 3.
Yeah.
Like, they do not care.
I mean, chemists' pies are 3.14. Like, that's... Yeah. And that's all. And we're all about sig figs.
22/7, and it's like, okay, a few digits.
We're all about sig figs, baby.
Yeah.
Like,
Babylonian civilization used the fraction 3 1/8.
Okay.
The Chinese use the integer 3.
Which, like, I mean, that gets you to where you need to go.
That gets you where you need to go.
Especially because it is a ratio, so it's, like, relative, you know?
Okay, there's an entire language made from pi called Pilish. Not very creative. The number of letters in each word match the corresponding digit of pi. That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, so here's a poem in Pilish. Would you like to hear it?
Can I look at it? I don't think I can hear it.
Well, it'll be like, so the first word is 3 letters and then 1 letter and then 4 letters. So it's...
Oh, I get it.
But a time I spent wandering in gloomy night, yon tower tinkling chime-wise, loftily opportune, out up and together came sudden to Sunday right, the one solemnly off to correct plenilune.
That's pretty.
And it's like 3, 1, 4, 1,
so
5.
It's not a language. Okay, it's a dialect.
9, 2, 6, 5. Yeah. It's a style of constrained writing. It's not even...
Yeah, it's like people will write, what is it? Forwards and backwards?
Palindromes?
Palindromes.
Yeah.
People will write entire books.
A man, a plan, a canoe, Panama.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dimitri Martin wrote like an insanely long palindromic poem.
That's crazy.
I think that's how he got famous. It's like he wrote this crazy poem that was a palindrome. Yeah,
this guy, software engineer Michael Keith, wrote an entire book called Not a Wake in Pilish. So the title... 314, not a week. How many digits of pi do you have memorized?
Probably like 8.
Amazing.
3.141592658. 8.
I don't know how many I have. Can I?
Go ahead.
3.14159265358979332462643383279550.
I think 25.
Hey! What do you think the world record is?
Oh, probably like 1 million. Some nerd out there has been training their whole life.
It's kind of crazy.
100,000.
Almost. In March of 2015, Rajveer Meena at VIT University in India recited pi to 70,000 decimal places. How long do you think that took him?
Oh, God, like 5 hours?
10 hours.
My Lord.
And he was blindfolded the entire time. Just saying pi, you know, to make sure he was not reading anything.
That's terrifying, actually.
Blindfolded for 10 hours saying pi. And you can watch the video, I guess.
Oh, my God. Apparently, there's a science museum in Paris called La Palais de la Découverte. Sorry about that.
Désolé.
There's a circular room known as the Pi Room in this science museum, and the walls had 707 digits of pi written on them. Mm-hmm. And they're large wooden characters that are attached to the ceiling, this says. Mm-hmm. And the digits were based on a calculation by William Shanks in 1873, but there was an error beginning at the 528th digit. Yeah. And they found it in 1946 and corrected it in 1949. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I saw William Shanks or Shank, whatever. I don't know if I trust this website anymore. There's some crazy things. So he found 707 digits. Yeah. And the 527th or one of them was wrong. Apparently, which made all the following digits wrong as well.
Yeah, well, because if he was doing them, like, if it's a calculation and he does the wrong math for one, then he's gonna...
Then it's like...
It propagates
You're essentially finding, like, a remainder.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, that's literally what pi is.
You're literally you're taking a circle, dividing it by the diameter, and getting, 3.
I mean, everybody realized, like, this goes 3 into that and 3, some change.
This goes into, and then 0.1, 4... 1, and you just keep going.
That's probably how they figured it out, actually.
Yeah.
Which is...
Or like roundabout polygon way.
Yeah.
I don't freaking know.
Well, but like they use the polygon way to like figure out. I guess. Yeah. I guess.
don't really know.
I'm so glad that we live in a time where math is like, I mean, we don't understand all of math, but we know enough that like pi is just a number to us. It's not some like mystical mountain that we have to climb. I'm so glad, because if I was in college and I was doing my math minor, which, I have a math minor. What about it? It was an accident.
It was an accident.
If I was sitting there doing my math minor and I had to calculate pi all day, absolutely not. Actually, low-key, I would have a blast doing that. I love long division.
Yeah, they didn't even call it pi. Like, they didn't even really recognize it as a constant until 1706. They began using pi as the symbol for this ratio. And before that, people just called it the quantity which, when the diameter is multiplied by it, yields the circumference.
That's hilarious.
So they just understood it as like the ratio of the,
was pi
circumference to the diameter to the circumference.
Yeah. Was that the first like Greek letter to be used as a mathematical constant?
I want to say no, but I don't know.
Why is Greek?
I mean, theta is used as just like
theta is like an angle. Yeah. Apparently on Wikipedia it says that some have proposed replacing pi by tau.
Yeah.
Tau equals
apparently
2 pi.
Tau is a little more useful.
Which they say that tau is the number of radians in one turn, or the ratio of a circle's circumference to its radius.
Yeah.
Which is more natural than pi and simplifies many formulae.
Yeah.
I disagree, actually. I like pi too much, I think.
I mean, tau is
I'm on the pi
cool.
train.
I mean...
No, tau has been ruined for me, because in physics, tau is the angular momentum. And I hate physics, and I hate angular momentum. And I hate calculating that stuff. But I like pi. Pi is used in chemistry all the time.
Tau is also a protein that causes Alzheimer's. So.
Oh, cool. So, obviously not. Let's not make pi tau.
No, but I kind of do agree that, like, I mean, the ratio of the circumference to the diameter, it could have just as easily been the ratio of the circumference to the radius. Like, it seems like kind of just a 50-50 chance that, like, the diameter was used, and that became, like, the more popular ratio now. So, in an alternate universe, pi is tau, and then tau is just half pi,
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I think it does simplify a lot of formulas, because it's like 2 pi r squared. Just, I don't know. 2 pi r? That's dumb. Just pi r. If it was
but it would only simplify certain things.
Yeah,
and it would complicate other things. Like
I like pi. It's
I
like
do too.
At this point, we've been using it since like the 1700s in like formulas and stuff as pi.
Yeah, like it's classic. It's
like,
universal too.
There's so many other things that are inconvenient and like could be made better. It's like, don't pick on pi. It's in a few formulas. But
apparently,
it's so classic.
It is, yeah.
It's classic.
I mean, it's the Greek letter that's the number. It's like usually people's introduction to like Greek letters. Honestly,
yeah.
Like,
yeah,
maybe alpha, beta, and then pi.
The first time I learned about pi, I don't think it fully clicked in my mind that like that is a Greek letter.
Yeah, and apparently it was Euler said we're going to use pi to signify this.
Yeah.
I don't even think he's Greek. But Euler was the one who popularized it.
Euler sounds German.
And then he started using what is the sum symbol?
Sigma.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's an uppercase sigma.
Yeah.
Sigma.
Sigma balls.
So, like, he used pi and then he used sigma. And then it was like, well, let's just put Greek letters all in it. And now they're
theta
everywhere.
Psi. Chi.
Chi. Yeah, you ever do a chi-squared test in probability statistics?
No.
Oh, I love chi-squared tests.
There's
so
a chi something in biology. I think a similar test. I learned it.
It's probably a chi-squared test.
Is psi
it's just
the water potential?
Yeah.
Okay. What other? Tau, obviously.
We use them all. Alpha, beta. Usually alpha and beta were used to be like electrons, because there's always 2 electrons, like they're paired, so you can call the electra alpha 1 and beta 1, and that's like the first electron is alpha beta, and then alpha 2 beta 2. So
Cool.
I think that's fun. And then gamma is usually used as gas constants.
Cool.
Alpha, beta,
What are
gamma.
the Greek? I mean, like lambda.
Oh, lambda and
Lambda's
the
cute.
wavelengths.
Yeah, I always remembered that lambda was wavelength because when you're drawing it, it makes a little like
Yeah.
whoop. So I'm like, okay, that's like that's a wavelength. It's
The
like,
feeling of drawing a good lambda, like when you get like the little like curve right and
it looks
everything
like a little
connects.
dinosaur.
Yeah. Ugh, that felt so good in like integrated lab when I had to write lambda.
Drawing a good like sigma. Too. I love a good sigma.
Delta. How could I forget?
Delta's the big one.
Change.
Dude. Oh,
I love delta.
Totally
I love calculating like the energy of systems, like free energy.
Yeah.
And that's all like delta. And like
delta's okay. We should do a Greek letter bracket. That would be so fun. And
I think
not
delta
in a
would
frat sorority way. Like no.
No, we have no relation to that.
No, we don't participate in that Greek life.
Let's see. I've used
that Hellenistic society.
In chemistry, I have used alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon. I haven't used zeta. Eta, I've used. Eta, whatever.
Wait,
theta.
I need to look at these.
Theta, I've used. Iota, I have not. Kappa, I have not.
Same.
Lambda, mu. Mu's a big one.
Oh, mu's a big one.
I use a lot of microliter.
Yeah.
Garbage. Nu.
Microns.
Nu.
Oh, nu, yeah.
That's a big one. I've used chi a couple times. Oh wait, that's chi. I've used, what's that? Xi?
Xi.
I've seen it used.
Psi.
I haven't really used
Xi.
it very often. Omicron we don't use because that just looks like a 0 or an O. Pi, of course. Rho is physics only, pretty much. Hate that.
Sigma.
Sigma. Love a
that
sigma.
little guy.
Yeah, I really do like, what is it? When do we use sigma? It's for like null hypotheses and
I like how tau is like pi but missing one of the legs.
Yeah. I do like a little tau.
Yeah.
But it's angular momentum and I don't like that. Didn't use epsilon. We did use phi and we did use chi and we did use psi. And I got really confused between phi and psi because they kind of look the same.
Yeah.
And then omega we use for rotational.
Yeah, velocity. Yeah. Omega's a one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've used most of these. I like how, like, in math and everything, like, the only ones we don't really use are the ones that look very, very similar to Latin letters.
Yeah.
Which, so like, makes sense.
Point, yeah, it makes sense. Like, you have to use the ones that are a little funky.
Like, you can't use Omicron, because that's just a 0 or an O.
We already get confused with zeros and O's.
Yeah.
And you already have theta, too, so it's like, kind of used our, like, O-shaped things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But theta's nice because it has, like, a horizontal line, whereas, like, you can differentiate a 0 with, like, a diagonal line.
Mm-hmm.
A little different.
Yeah. I do. I love the Greek alphabet.
Yeah. I love drawing them. Mm-hmm. I love drawing an alpha, actually.
Yeah, I do, too.
Yeah.
When I had to write, like, because we'd be, like, calculating where electrons were or whatever, or the energy of an electron, and I would have to write alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, alpha 4, like, just... Because we'd be like, oh, okay, do it for platinum. And then you have to do like 60-something electron pairs. It's ridiculous. I don't like drawing betas, but I like drawing alphas.
Yeah, for doing like staining of tissue where you're using like antibodies to like differentiate, like with fluorescence, because you're like using multiple antibodies that are like targeting different kinds of molecules, and you can like see them all in one image.
That's cool.
So and they're made in different animals so that like the immunity like can attack different things, and you use like a like
lowercase
alpha to mean like anti, so it'll be like goat anti-rabbit or something. So like, okay, the primary antibody I have is like rabbit, so I need a goat anti-rabbit for the secondary antibody. Like, ooh,
wow,
it's kind of crazy, but
that
it's fun.
Crazy.
I love doing a little, like, boom.
That's a lot of fun.
Just a little peek into my dark, twisted line of work. Don't worry about it.
I mean, my work is just like, I try to calculate concentrations of things, and then I mess up royally, and then I have to run things again. Because apparently, even with my math degree, I cannot do math.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? Isn't that cool? I mean, science is hard to learn, especially with like all the barriers to like Greek letters, and like if you don't have a good enough teacher to explain what they mean.
Our teacher was like good, like I learned pretty well, but a lot of people did not, and that's hard too, because like I'm kind of generally like an adaptable learner. Like I can learn in a lot of different ways, and that's not true for everyone. And it's like,
oh yeah, for sure.
You're not a bad learner. You're just not being taught in the correct way.
Yeah, like you don't mesh with their teaching style.
And it's hard.
It's really difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first test I ever like failed was the gas laws test.
Yeah, real.
I failed that one.
Yeah. I mean, I was so lucky to have such a good teacher who like could teach all 6 of us. Granted, there were only 6 of us in the AP Chem class, but like her teaching style was so good. And like that's the reason people hate chemistry or like physics or whatever. Yeah. Like it's because they don't have a good enough teacher.
So much of chemistry too is just like, trust me, bro, this is how it works.
Because like you figure it out later
and know that.
Yeah. And like you learn things when you get to like a high level.
But you can't like teach at that level in like high school, you know? So it's like a lot of it is like, just trust me, bro.
I can't tell everybody like, oh yeah, sometimes the number of protons and neutrons and electrons is different than what we're telling you. Like you can't just say that and then continue on. You have to start with something. Yeah, because then that's
really going to confuse people. And it's so confusing already. It's like learning a language.
Yeah, it literally is.
It's literally like rules that you just have to remember and internalize and then follow.
That's how our teacher taught us. She said, this is learning a language. You're going to learn the vocabulary. You're going to learn, like, and that's how we're going to apply it. Like, you're going to learn how to apply it. And it worked. I mean, to be fair, like, I failed the chemistry SAT, like, subject test. Yeah. I failed it. And I'm like a chemistry nut. Like I failed so hard that my mom was like, don't even have them send that to your email. Like don't save that score. Just pretend it didn't happen. Like it was bad.
Like, okay, on the subject test. The problem with the subject test, I think they're gone now, the SAT
They should be.
It's like the people who are taking them are so like they have crazy people taking those. Yeah. So it just like you'll get it's
skewed.
Like literally like slightly less than the maximum score and you're all of a sudden in like the 85th percentile or something. It's like
what? It's very skewed, which is
so
like
skewed.
It's like the opposite point of
so bad.
But that's a whole other issue.
Rid of that.
Anyway, how would you use this emoji? This pie?
Oh my god. I mean, going back to like the pie on the shelf, like luring over, like I feel like maybe this would get misinterpreted. But I feel like if you're like texting your friends and you're like, come over, like, or just send a pie emoji without even, it's just like, I'm trying to lure you.
That's good.
But I feel like some people will be like, oh my god, you've made pie? And it's like, no,
it's just the idea
of pie.
I
want you to be lured to my domicile.
Maybe you have to use it with like
smell.
Maybe you have to use it with like other domestic emojis. Like you want, if
like,
you want the vibe to be really cozy, you have to like,
we're gonna have a cozy domestic time.
Yeah.
But I remember that one time you sent the crazy mousetrap emoji.
I found the mouse. I didn't know that the mousetrap emoji existed, and I sent it in our like group chat with me and my 4 roommates. And
I was like,
Callie was like, that's a great emoji. And our other roommate said, we have mice? And I was like, no, we don't have mice. I just thought this emoji was fun. And she didn't trust me for a long time. But
crazy. How would you use it?
I mean, I think that.
Yeah.
Also, maybe if you're trying to be funny, like if you're like, if you played a prank on somebody, you know? Like if you sent them something funny or like, I don't know, some kind of prank.
No, I get that.
And then you like
clown with a pie?
Yeah. And then you're like throwing the pie in their face.
Yeah.
Kind of vibe.
Or if you like pass a test and it was like a breeze, pie.
Yeah. Easy as pie.
I think we should, new slang just dropped, guys. Just say pie.
That was pie.
That was pie.
Yeah, that's pretty
Don't
good.
even say easy as pie, man.
Yeah,
easy peasy? No.
That was pie.
That was pie, dude.
We didn't even talk about pies in video games, because Toontown's great for pie. Toontown was great for the pie economy.
I know nothing about Toontown.
Toontown's great because you're an animal and you're throwing pies at robots.
That's pretty cool.
Corporate robots.
Yes!
They're all named for corporate things. Yes. Big Wig, Flunky, Name Dropper, Loan Shark. Like, the only reason I know all these terms is because of Toontown.
That's crazy of Disney.
But then you and they created Toontown because Disney wanted a game that was like multiplayer and it valued teamwork over individuality.
So you physically can't progress in the game unless
you can progress, but it takes so much longer. And they didn't tell you you earn so much more experience if you're doing it with other people. You figure it out and then you learn to work with other people.
Hack. Yeah, it feels like you're hacking the game. Yeah, it's like I'm getting my friend, but
that was the whole point.
All in their master plan.
Yeah.
It's crazy of Disney, like, one of the biggest, like, corporations now, you know, to be like, boo.
Well, I listened to a podcast with the guy who made Toontown. Like, it was like one guy's pet project, basically. And then Disney helped with, like, the animation or whatever. But that's fun. He was just like, I had a blast. Like, kids loved it. And
speaking of Disney, bring back Club Penguin. You got,
I'm kind of okay without it.
No!
They have the Club Penguin thing that you can play online now.
It's not the same. Because they keep copyright striking. All the like rewritten, rebooted websites, you know?
See, that's so sad though. Well, because Toontown did it first. Toontown Rewritten came about because Toontown was canceled because of Club Penguin. Disney said
that's evil.
We're gonna put all our money into Club Penguin because kids seem to like it more than Toontown, so we're shutting down Toontown. They shut down Toontown, and then some college kids like 8 years ago were like, hey, Disney, can we have the rights to Toontown? Take out all the like Mickey Mouse, like take out your original characters. And they said yes. Damn. So like you can still go to like Donald's Dock, but like Donald Duck isn't like walking around. Yeah. But they like bought the rights from Disney to be able to run a rewritten website.
That's cool because I don't know if the Club Penguin
I don't think they did, which is why Disney can keep copyrighting.
A few years ago there were two different ones. There was Club Penguin Rewritten and Club Penguin Online. Yeah. I played Club Penguin Online and then I think that got copyright stricken. I'm pretty sure like nobody went and said, "Hey, can we have these rights?" They just tried to do it. People like just took the code and like
which is why that's getting shut down and Toontown is not, and that's why Toontown is better. Okay, thank you for your time.
Well, Club Penguin is so good because it's a unique world.
But Toontown teaches you so much about like friendship.
And Club Penguin is about snowboarding penguins
and catching fish
and fish and puffles and about secret spies and.
I gotta say the pies.
Polar bear tries to ruin everything.
The pies in RuneScape are really, really, really. They look just so delicious. Yeah. Whenever I cook
pumpkin
them.
Pumpkin pies in Minecraft.
Oh. You know what I mean?
Oh my god! Wait. You know the she blank on my blank till I blank. Yeah. She on my.
She on my cooked pork chop.
No, it's got to be all Minecraft sounds. To like, her.
She on my to like.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh my god.
Anyway, that's all I have to say about pie for now. But I'm sure we'll think about. I'm sure I'll have so much more to say in coming episodes. But
are we coming? What?
In future, no, just in future times. Maybe I'll be thinking about a pie. Maybe I'll be thinking about a pie I love.
Okay.
We can talk about whatever the hell we want on this goddamn podcast. Now I think it's your turn to choose the next one.
Any holidays coming up? I guess St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
I really want to do the top hat.
Okay.
Top hat it is.
Top hat.
And it's related because leprechauns can wear top hats.
Yeah, leprechauns often do wear top hats. Yes, or so I've heard.
Did your school ever do
Yes, they did. Where like you'd go to lunch and then come back and they'd be like, "Oops, the leprechaun destroyed everything." What a stupid.
I love those memes where it's like you go back to class and the leprechaun destroyed your classroom.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
You can't keep getting
away with this. That's
we'll
really
talk
good.
about it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. So tune in for that.
Question mark.
Tell us your St. Patrick's Day plans. Have you drank a Shamrock Shake this year? I haven't yet.
I had half a Shamrock Shake.
Oh, I haven't yet, but hopefully by next recording I will have.
Oh yes, yes. I would like to have a full one.
Yeah.
Also, myself.
Let us know about St. Patty's Day. Let us know about the top hats. Let us know about the pies.
What's your opinion? Do you think Abe Lincoln was hot? Leave your answers in the comments.
If the answer is not yes, then turn this podcast off.
Then you're not welcome here anymore.
I'm kidding. You can stay. But beard or no beard? That's my question to you. Don't answer yet. His
cheekbones were unreal.
They were crazy.
They
were beautiful.
Everyone's got to agree on that. Like, that's crazy. I have never seen anyone that looked just like Abe Lincoln. Okay, I was trying to
Let us know your favorite kinds of pies. Are you mad that strawberry pie won the bracket?
If so, I'm sorry, but this was my game.
Yeah, this was all for Callie.
Emma made for me.
Yeah.
To play. You were not playing. So, tough luck.
Thanks for listening. If you have any thoughts, you can email us at theemojipodcast@gmail.com.
We read your emails. Please send them.
Yeah, I read every email that comes to my inbox.
How many of them are spam?
A lot.
Or you can follow us on Instagram at the Emoji Podcast.
Mm-hmm. And there will be some really appetizing pictures up there. So.
Oh, I bet.
I'm so excited, actually.
The Stargazy pie.
Yeah.
Delicious,
Everybody
guys.
Check that one out.
Get ready to look at that. Look that pie in all 8 of the fish heads that are in it.
Special thanks to Tommy Shinfield for the intro and outro music that you're about to hear.
And special thanks to you for listening.
Yeah, thank you so much. We love you. We'll see you next time. I've been Emma.
I've been Callie.
This is the Emoji Podcast. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much for playing my game.